cut that guy then. Chat, but here's the thing though. I don't even think she can't be friends with guys. I think that like the idea in relationships that you cannot be friends with the opposite sex is so unreasonable. What I do think is important is that if you are going to have friends that are that type of level of like friend, then you introduce your partner to those friends, because now they're not just your friends, they're our friends, and we are friends with them together. Does that make sense? Like, if I'm dating somebody, there is no best friend that I should have that my partner isn't well acquainted with and equally as good of friends. And if they cannot be friends, then another conversation needs to be had of why they cannot be that. Otherwise, like for me personally, how my normal like thing goes is my partner is my best friend, right? Like that's how I'm always am. Like whoever I date is like my best friend. They are literally like the closest to me. And then anybody around that, if I am friends with them, meets my partner, so that my partner will never be uncomfortable with the friendships that I have, because they are also friends with those people, which I think is like very, very, very healthy to do. That's so healthy. Because then if you live your life like cutting off people every time you get in a relationship, what happens when you get out of that relationship? You've cut off all your friends. That's not healthy. That's a really unhealthy way to live your life. You gotta find like a middle ground and boundaries. They're like, not everything is like end all be all, cut a person off. Some things are just about boundaries and like respect to your other partner. That is a healthy adult way to look at things. It really is. What is the point of having friends of the opposite sex? Why you got me? Well, the point is that half of the world is another gender. Okay? And granted, then, you know, I'm gender, you know, we can get into the whole spectrum of everything, but do you know what I mean? Like you are going to miss out on a lot of wonderful people in your life because you are unwilling to just have a mutual friend with your partner. Like, your partner can exist in your life, and you can also have a friend that is of the opposite sex without doing stuff. Now, if you're, well, don't get me wrong, if you're like calling them and leaving the room, you know, every single day, well then yeah, that might be crossing a boundary. You know, that's a little weird. Your partner should probably be your best friend, and then anybody after that is friends with both you and your partner. That's like very, very healthy.
And you invited
him. That's so
him
healthy
like,
and
he's
normal.
Your boyfriend.
Huh?
You showed up to a
Let me tell you this: if one of your friends